Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Albert and I'm from basketballtraders.soar. So before we get into today's video, I do want to mention the giveaway. You guys can still win this Lugia EX box. Just put your favorite Pokemon memory down in the comments and then you'll be entered for a chance to win. But to start today's topic off, why I believe that the Pokemon investing market will be better in 2026 than it was in 2025. Now, before you guys give me anything, right? Like I know that the 30th anniversary is coming in 2026. I get it. I know that you guys think that there's going to be an influx of people coming in here and jumping from their, from their mom's garage to come collect Pokemon or something. But the problem is that, have you guys ever heard of the term, what is it? You buy the rumor, but you sell the news? It's an investing term. What it essentially means is that whenever something comes out, it's usually, whenever a release of or a mention of something coming out, it's usually hyped up, right? It's insanely hyped up. We see it all the time with new set releases, like Ascended Heroes. All the prices for the singles go up extraordinarily. And then when the set actually comes out, everything drops. That's kind of what happened. So we already had this Pokemon huge hype cycle in 2025 that I don't necessarily think is going to come into 2026 as well. Now, a lot of people were buying these celebration boxes, these generation ETBs out there. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, they did go up. But have you guys been looking at the prices now? They've been stabilizing a little bit and coming down. And we're just getting closer and closer to 30th anniversary. I mean, it's in February from what I believe, but then they're celebrating with the 30th anniversary set, I think in October, somewhere around there. Don't quote me for sure though. I just don't think that there is going to be like that great of a demand coming in because of the 30th. I think that we already saw this, and I think that investors are starting to cool off a little bit. The market now, I feel, is a little bit more mature. We have the long-term investors still in here, and we have the short-term flippers gone. What does that mean? That just means that people who understand the market, who understand pop reports, who understand supply, who are actual collectors are staying in here. We still have people like me who's a collector and also an investor as well. And then we have people like you who's obviously watching this video and is completely still interested in Pokemon. So I think that the market is definitely cooling off. We're getting rid of some of these short-term flippers, which honestly is going to be great for the long-term market. Investors are chasing more scarcity and not just hype anymore. What I mean by that is that in 2025, people were literally buying anything that had to do with Pokemon. Now that the market has died down a little bit, I have seen some investors focus on low pop singles, more of sealed products, more of cards that have a limited print run, country exclusive, like the simplified Chinese cards that I'm personally collecting from the gem pack volumes that I see potential insane growth in. But that's just my opinion, obviously. And overall, people aren't just buying everything anymore. They're really focusing, doing their research, and looking at what's actually going to, for the long term, go up. There's also less pressure on modern cards. So whenever there's a huge hype cycle in Pokemon like we just had, right? We have a lot of people that come in, and these people, most of them don't really know too much about Pokemon. They're here for quick flips, or maybe they remember some Pokemon from back in the day and they found some cards and they're collecting the new modern cards. That's what they do. They buy the modern cards because that's really all that there is out there, for the average buyer. They're not going to go into vintage. They're not going to go spend hundreds of dollars on packs, on vintage packs or anything like that. They're going to literally buy the cheapest product out there and try to resell that or hold on to it or whatever at the time being. What does that mean? That means that those cards were modern cards. There's now less demand for all these cards. So what happens is that since there's not a lot more people here and a lot of people are falling off, now we can actually start seeing cards on the shelves again. What does that mean? That's great for us. Because what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be seeing Ascended Heroes, next year actually on the shelves. So that's a great time to actually buy at MSRP. And it's great for collectors as well, because you guys can actually go out there, buy some cards for MSRP, buy some cards for your kids, and actually rip them and have great memories. This is what 2026 is hopefully going to be about. And I cannot wait, honestly. Now, those are my reasonings on why I think that 2026 is going to be way better for Pokemon investing, collecting, and Pokemon as a hobby in general. What are your thoughts on it? Just put them down below. Check out my store at masterballtraders.store. Until next video. Bye, guys.